Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. My name is Andy Brave Boy and I come with some great tips for you guys. If you're brand new and you want to learn stock investing, if you're curious about stock investing, this video is for you guys. And we're going to talk a little bit about the S&P 500. We're going to talk about why new investors should invest in the S&P 500. And we're going to piggyback on Warren Buffett because the greatest investor of all times, guys. He says invest in the S&P 500. I did a book on the S&P 500, which is going to take you from A to Z, how to get started in the S&P 500. So the S&P 500, guys, you're buying the top 500 company in the US. You're really betting on the economy, guys. So you can't go wrong. Instead of buying one stock and having it go south, you could buy the S&P 500 stocks, guys. But let us go and we're going to listen to Warren Buffett in a minute, guys, and listen to what he has to say. And I will come on the other side.
Practically all of the time. And that is to consist buy an S&P 500 low-cost index fund. Keep buying it through thick and thin, and especially through thin. The temptation gets, when you see bad headlines in newspapers, maybe to say, well, maybe I should skip a year or something. Just keep buying it. American business is going to do fine over time. So you know the investment universe is going to do very well. The Dow Jones Industrial Average went from 66 to 11,000 one century, and then since that century has ended, it's more or less doubled again. American business is going to do well. The trick is not to pick the right company; it's to be, because most people aren't equipped to do that, and plenty of times I make mistakes on that. The trick is to essentially buy all the big companies through the S&P 500. And to do it consistently and to do it in a very, very low cost way, because costs really matter in investments. If returns are going to be 7 or 8% and you are paying 1% for fees, that makes an enormous difference in how much money you have on retirement.
At the annual meeting for Berkshire Hathaway this year, you introduced a special guest to the audience of 40,000 shareholders who were watching. It was Jack Bogle. Why did you want to recognize Jack Bogle?
I think Jack Bogle has done more for American investors than any other person connected with Wall Street or the investment process, because he, with a number of other people, he came up with the idea of the index fund. He wasn't the sole thinker behind it, but he was the guy that implemented it. And
okay, guys, let's come back right here now. Let's talk more about Warren Buffett and the S&P 500. And I wanted to end on Jack Bogle, guys, as we talk about, and definitely we did mention cost. And we have VOO is one of the lowest cost index fund. I actually bought that stock for my son, guys. And again, I just want to put a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You got to do your own research and see which stock you should buy. But I want to talk quickly about how you get started. And I personally use Robinhood. So if you're interested in that, I will definitely have a link to our Robinhood account. If you use my code, they will give you a free stock. And so that is very important. It's a good way to get started, guys. So again, you're buying the American economy. We just had an election where people says that the economy was the most important thing, as they do in every election. So if you believe the US economy is strong, if you believe it's the way to go, guys, this is the stock to buy, the S&P 500, but it's the safest bet, is a bet on America, guys. Anyway, if you watch this video, if you love what I'm saying, if you want to change your financial situation, guys, please consider investing in the S&P 500. I also have a copy to my book, which is the S&P 500, the Warren Buffett Wisdom, and the link. So I'll have all the code. I'll put all the promo code in there so you guys could use it. So let me know, guys. Leave your comments. Please subscribe to the channel and let me know if you enjoyed more video. If you want me to do more videos